Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Hu Jing, a host for October TSCC Radio. The topic of October is about family planning. We hope the married couple who are preparing for start a family, having baby, will benefit from this special series of program that we have prepared. There are total 4 series, 4 sessions. Yeah, our invited guest speaker is Hazel. For those who are not familiar with her, Hazel is a full-time staying-at-home mother of 3 young, active boys. Yeah, she's very busy at home, but she's still looking fabulous and energetic. Yeah, I'm very happy that Hazel accepted our invitation to share her experience. Yeah, Hazel, welcome back again.
Hi.
Yeah, I want to say hello to
Hi,
audience.
everyone.
Yeah, okay. So last week you have shared your personal experience in terms of pre-pregnancy preparation, and also you have gave some useful tips to our audience.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think it's very useful. I think can cut down a lot of unnecessary anxiety for them. Yeah. So this week I'm going to ask you more questions about your experience in terms of during your pregnancy. Yeah, so first question is like, how do you feel, after your, the roller coaster emotion, not able to conceive? How do you feel when the first time you found out you are pregnant?
Yeah, so I think the last session we mentioned that when I found out that I was pregnant, it was on Christmas.
Oh.
I think that was very magical.
Yes.
Like it was a prayer answered.
Yes.
And at a perfect day, perfect moment.
Right.
So on Christmas Day itself, I took the test kit and I showed Wei Xiong, and then we were like, hallelujah.
Wow.
So at that moment, because we've been trying and then we've going through all those emotional things, and the moment when we realized that, it is positive, we were very thankful, very grateful. But it didn't last long.
Oh, okay. So once you get all this excitement of found out you are pregnant, so I'm sure there's a lot of other things you have to prepare, right? Like, for example, you need to find a gynae, and what happened to the next?
Yeah, I think for first-time parents, right, looking for a gynae is something that you should be quite lost, because there are so many options out there. Who to choose and who is the right one for you?
Yeah.
And we, like a lot of first-time parents, we just ask around people that we know, people who have just given birth, and then we got a contact from a doctor who was in KKH. So we thought, okay, let's just try. KKH should be quite
It's
okay,
a
right?
special hospital. or
Yeah,
something like
it's a government-run hospital, especially for women, for pregnant mom. So we thought, okay, let's just go for there. But after having 3 children, I just want to share that choosing the gynae is the most important part.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not like, okay, let's just go with our gut feeling.
Right.
But more of, let's do some research about this gynae.
Okay.
Because afterwards, right, after our first gynae, I realized that this gynae is not suitable for us.
Right.
And so for our second one, I think we were very blessed. We also got a recommendation, and we got a really, really good gynae.
Okay.
And I really can see the difference how a gynae can make your pregnancy journey is. So our first pregnancy journey was not what I thought it would be. It's actually quite sad.
Okay, I know you have a lot of story to tell, so share with.
Yeah, so we were like really happy that we got pregnant and everything, and then okay, let's go and find gynae. Okay, so book an appointment, and then we just continue with what the gynae, the nurses say. So we went for KKH, which is a general hospital, but we went for the private suite. So there's 2 different part of the KKH. So they have the private suite where it's they charge you of a higher price, okay, but then you get to choose your gynae, and then the general one where you just wait in queue for whichever gynae that's free.
Yeah,
okay, so we got the private, so we got a gynae that we want to go to. But the thing is, I feel that the gynae that we went to, probably because he's an associate professor in a hospital, so he's really very busy. He's very busy, So every time we go and see him, right, so it's a scheduled time. So we went to see him, and then after that, he will do a very thorough scan, and then after that, he'll ask you, okay, do you have any questions to ask me?
No.
You know, as a first-time parents, you wouldn't know what to ask, right? Then we're like, no. Then, okay, good, I'll see you next week. No, I'll see you at the next appointment. So, like, our session lasts us 10 minutes. Okay, the scan and everything. Okay, any question, no question. Okay, 10 minutes. So then after that, I feel very shortchanged.
So you felt like a lot of information, you're actually not sure what's going on?
Not just that, because as a first-time parent, you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
And then when the doctor asks you, do you have any question, you don't know what to ask because you don't know.
Sure.
Or rather, maybe if I know, I wouldn't be asking the right question, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So to me, I feel that he is not right for us.
Right.
Because then I feel very shortchanged, and I paid like 100 plus for 10 minutes.
Oh,
so I feel like, yeah, but we just continue on because we thought, okay, maybe that's how this is supposed to be like. But after I had my second and my third child, we had a whole different gynae. She is so motherly. She really take her time to do a very thorough scan, and she even bothered to tell us, okay, can you see this is the heart, the valve. Okay, you can hear the heartbeat. So she is really very thorough. So I don't have to ask anything, and she just guide me through the whole process. So we are very comfortable. We know that we are in good hand. As compared to the first one, we were like, huh, done already? Oh, everything is good, huh? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you don't know much details about it, right?
Yeah,
especially first time.
Yeah, and plus because it's a hospital, so you do different scans in different parts of the hospital, and then you were being consulted by different professor, doctors, or whatever.
So you have to be directed to different places.
Yeah, different specialists. So then at week 12 to 13, the gynae gave us an option. Okay, they say, okay, there's this standard standard prenatal test that you need to go to. So to us is standard. Standard means that we need to go lah. Okay, but then he said it's optional. Then we were like, but you say it's standard, then it's optional. Okay lah, then just go because it's standard. Since like everyone go through this.
Yeah.
So he gave us the option of going for the Oscar test or the Harmony test.
Right.
So both tests are to test for the baby, see if there's anomalies, like if there's any chromosomal defects and things like that.
So this the Oscar test is like a standard test for first trimester.
Yes, correct.
To find out if any genetic or any issues with the baby. I think most important is to to filter out the Down syndrome.
Yes, correct. So okay, then that is where everything went downhill for us.
Oh.
Yeah, because then afterwards, now that I look back, right, I feel I feel very angry with the whole system because to me, I'm very upset that why is there no such thing as a pre-test counseling? That means the doctor offered you these two tests, but he didn't go through with us the psychological effect of this test.
Right.
Like, he didn't prep us on what is going to happen and things like that. So to us, is okay, we'll just go for this test, and then, I think everything's going to be good lah.
Yeah, especially you are young, you are healthy,
Yeah.
usually most of the time, no issues, right?
Yeah.
Just everything should be normal.
So and because you are still in a very happy mode that, I got a baby and things like that. So everything just seems like rainbows and roses to you. Very nice, very good. So we thought, okay, we'll just go for the Oscar cheap one, okay?
Yeah.
Anyway, since it's just going to be like a test that, we might get good results. But it didn't.
Okay. I think, I can imagine that you and Wei Xiong was really happily expecting your first child, then suddenly got this abnormal results that is kind of like a news that actually turn your world upside down.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you cope with that?
So, like I say, because we were in a hospital, we were being guided to different places. So, for the test result, we had to go to another doctor for the test review. So, I'm not familiar with this doctor. This is the first time that I'm seeing him. So, he just sat us down in this very sterile, bright white room. Okay, so we were like, okay, very, very excited, like, okay, this is a result of a test. Just like how you said for a test, you'll be very kanchong of the result, right? So then he took out a red pen and then he just circle, and then we're like, oh shit. Wow, the moment he started circling, we're like, okay, what's wrong?
Yeah.
And then he just very expressionless and just tell us that, okay, you can see here, okay, this is not good. The number here is higher. But okay, the result is very scientific, okay? It's something that layman people won't understand. It's a lot of numbers, a lot of terms that you don't know.
Exactly.
So even if I look at it, I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
And he just tells us that, okay, this is not good. You look at this number, it's very high.
Yeah.
Okay, what it says, your PAPPA, which is, okay, so it's like the plasma of the baby or something like that. So he said this is higher than normal. That means there's a high chance that the baby have Down syndrome.
Oh, wow.
So the moment that he told us there's a high chance that the baby have Down syndrome, your whole world just
crash.
Yeah,
It's
just
like-
crash. And then to us
Yeah.
it's like, no, this is not possible.
Right.
Like, I'm young, okay? I don't think this is right. And plus, this test is 80% accuracy.
Oh, okay.
So then he didn't continue on from there, and then he said, okay, you will now go to the next room, okay? Someone will talk to you. It's a post-test counseling. So that is where I am most uncomfortable, because there is something called a post-test counseling, but there's no pre-test counseling.
Right.
Yeah,
Didn't.
there's no counseling that counsels new parents that, what if you get bad results like
Yeah,
this?
what to prepare.
Yeah,
for,
we are not prepared for
Yeah.
result like this.
Yeah.
And when we went to this post-test counseling room, right, to me, everything is just not right. The room is too bright, everything is too quiet, it's too cold, and then this lady who is way too pretty walked in, and then she is very, in a very unsympathetic way, she just flips some charts and tells us, okay, you see, this is the result, okay, and this is a Down syndrome test, so you have the options of aborting. And the moment she told us that you can choose to abort, I'm like, inside me, I'm crying already, because to me, this is not possible.
It's
because
like a shocking news. You have been preparing, hoping for the baby for so long.
Precisely.
Finally, you arrive, and now you are receiving this kind of shocking news.
And then this lady who I don't know, I met in like just this 1 minute, told me that I should consider abortion.
yeah, it's like totally unprepared and totally in shock. I
Precisely.
think.
And to us, it's like, I just got the news, and then now you're telling me that I should think about abortion. And this is a child that I've been working so hard for, praying so hard for. This is not right.
Yeah.
And then she just gave us the option, and she walked away. And then we were left in a very cold, white room with just the charts and a decision to make.
Yeah.
Of course, she said, you don't have to make the decision now. You can make it, and she said, but you have to decide within these few weeks. Because anything later than that, it'll be too late for abortion. At that moment, we were like crushed, really. Like, why are you giving me this option? Why are you making? Why are you forcing me to make an option?
Right.
So this is why I feel this whole thing was not right. Like this post-test counseling.
Yeah. I
And
think they are, to them, they have been seeing this every day. So to
Yes.
them, just a word.
Yes,
So
yes,
instead
yes.
of, like, as for parents, it's like
Yes.
the hope
Yes,
where, it's
yes,
totally
yes.
different.
So when she said it with no empathy at all,
Yeah.
and just left us there in the room,
Yeah.
it just felt wrong, so wrong. And then we went home with results, with a very bad result, with a very sinking heart, and abortion in our heart. Like, no, I'm not going to do that. My faith does not allow me to do that, and I will not do that. So to us is, okay, abortion is out, even though that was the option presented to us. And so I think the next thing we did was we sent out a prayer request
Okay.
to our close friends. We share with them the results, and we tell them, pray for us, pray for the baby, because week 20 is where we will know whether the baby is abnormal or not.
So when did you do the Oscar test? Like week
13 weeks,
13.
12 to 13. So I got
so
the result at 13 weeks. Yeah.
So from week 13 to week 20, that's good.
No,
it's like
you cannot wait until week 20. So the option she gave us was that from now 13 until about before 15 or somewhere 16, you cannot wait until 20,
I see.
because by then the baby is fully formed.
So you can't.
So by then when you abort, right, I think there'll be lots of issues, and I don't know. She didn't go into detail, and we were not ready to go into detail. So yeah, so to us is abortion was not an option. Okay, and I told God, okay, that this is the baby that you have blessed us with. Okay, if if it's in your will that this baby is Down syndrome, then you guide us on how to, take care of this baby. So mentally, afterwards, I'm prepared that, this child might have Down syndrome. So I think this is something that, new parents should be aware of. You go for tests, right? Okay, it's not just, happy, go for tests.
Yeah.
But there are consequences that you need to prepare yourself for. The what if. Are you ready for the result? We are not ready.
Yeah, at that time, you are not ready, you're totally in shock and in loss, I'm
Yes.
sure. Yeah.
But I'm thankful and grateful that we have our faith. Because if we choose to abort because of the 80% results, but of course the doctor tells us you could go for another test which is 99.9% accuracy. Then there's that 1%, right?
Yeah.
And you got to pay another time. So to us, it's no, we're not going to do that. But we're just going to follow our faith in God that, whatever He gives us, we'll just take. And we're thankful that we didn't go for abortion, because then we wouldn't have Jonas.
Oh, yeah.
He's such a smart and wonderful and beautiful boy.
Yeah.
So imagine if we just go for that. So my point to first-time parents is, if you get results like this, right? Okay, yeah, it's crushing on you, but seek for a second opinion. Yeah, and that's something that it didn't cross my mind.
Right.
Yeah, so I think, go for second opinions, and you might get something different. Or by then you are probably mentally and physically ready for more answers to come.
Right. I think between the couples also very important, the conversation, like
Yes.
two of you must have a same kind of on the same page
Yes,
in terms
correct.
how to deal with the results, whether it's a bad or good results, how are you going to deal
Yes.
with it?
So I think I'm very thankful that Wei Xiong and I, we have the same faith. And for us is, no, we are not going to go for abortion. We're just going to trust, and we're just going to keep praying. Yeah, so
Wow,
we're very
that's-
thankful. I think this whole experience really made me realize a lot of things. And in a way, I'm thankful that God put us through this. Our pregnancy was not smooth and happy and rainbows and roses, but we actually experienced this so that I can take this to share with a lot of young couples
Yes.
who were like us,
Yeah.
clueless, and you wouldn't know what is what and the consequences and things like that. So yeah, I think
Yeah.
this is good.
Well, I think that's a very precious experience as well. Although it's at that time, during the time, it's very bad. But when you look back, it's actually a very good experience that you can to share with other couples where you can help them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tests like this is, it's good because it prep couples. If you're mentally prepared for the answer, for the results, it preps you for what is to come. Then for us, for our next few pregnancy, we just tell the gynae, no, we're not going for the test. We're going to save the money. since we're just going to trust God and have our
Yeah.
faith in Him.
Right.
Yeah, so for our next two pregnancy, we didn't go for any tests.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. Now you have decided to keep the baby. So, following on, you also need to discuss about some childcare arrangement or some child, or if you are preparing for second child, what is there any advice that you can give to?
Yeah, and I think once you pass all the test results and you are comfortable and you're ready, during pregnancy, I find it's a very good time for couple to talk about certain issues, because anytime later when the baby is out or during your third trimester, the mother would not have the capacity to want to think
Yeah.
about things like that. So
Yeah.
I think during the first 1 and 2 trimester, or rather the second trimester, is a very good time for discussions. Things like family planning. Are you going to stop at 1? Or are you going to have more? These are things that inside women or inside the men, they already have an answer. Like, okay, no, this pregnancy is just crazy. I'm not going to go for another one. Or perhaps they think that, I want to have another child for this current child as a playmate, that kind of
Yeah.
thing. So as I have my second and my third one, I think that if you are planning for more, a good time to talk about it is during your second trimester, because that's when you can also start planning when is the women ready for the second one? Because if you don't plan, things are chances are you might go into accidental pregnancy again.
So overwhelming with a lot of things.
Yeah. So because of my experience, okay, so what happened to me is I'm very conscious, okay, because I told Wei Xiong that, or rather the both of us decided that we want to spend more time with our first child. So after Jonas was born, you know, we wanted to have a little bit more time with him before we start thinking of the second one, which was a little bit of a mistake. Yeah, so we actually had a lot of fun with him. So he was like the only child for a long time.
Full attention.
Yes, he got our full attention. We go holiday and things like that. So then when we started to, get ready for the second one, I find that Jonas' gap and my second son, the Evan's gap, is a little bit too wide. Yeah, so then when I think about it, right, I think that if the woman is ready, okay, when your first child is about 18 months, I think this is a good time for the couple to start trying.
Okay, so by the time the second baby is born, the age gap is about almost 2.
Yes. So it's a
2.5.
very nice age gap.
Yeah.
So if you start trying from 18 months onwards, right, you get about half a year. So it's about 2 years age gap. A very nice and comfortable, even for the children, even for the family. But if you drag any longer, you know, things get more uncertain. Yeah, and then, you know, you just keep dragging. So 18 months might be a good time for couples to start thinking. Yeah, and
Yeah, that's. Then what about the childcare arrangement? Like, do you you
sorry. There's something else I want to share.
Right?
Sorry,
Yeah.
almost forgot. Okay, why I thought child spacing was important because I do have friends who didn't plan. Okay, and then right when they are done with the first pregnancy, like when the baby is even before the baby turns 1, she got pregnant again. So I find that to a mother, right, she is physically and emotionally not ready for the second one. So child spacing is important because then both couple are emotionally and even physically ready for the second one. So it's good for everyone. Yeah, so sorry, so back to your question.
Yeah, that's right. I think it's also important to not only the parents get ready, but the first child also enjoy a full attention, spend quality time with the parent before arriving of the second baby.
Yes.
So how about the childcare? How do you arrange for that?
Yes. I think this is
you were
also
working at that time, right?
Yeah, this is also a good topic because sometimes parents or young couples are too into buying baby stuff, into all the other things. They forgot about childcare.
Yes.
And I think childcare is something that you really need to think through because, for example, if both couples are working and you don't have external help, okay, for whatever reason, and you only have the two of you, there is I think in Singapore we're very blessed. We have infant care. So if infant care is one of your options, this is something that you really need to look into the moment your pregnancy is confirmed. Because I know that infant care is not readily available in a lot of places. So those that are available, right, are usually fully booked.
So you have to queue, be careful a bit.
So we actually try our luck, you know, when Jonas, when I was about to give birth, we thought, okay, I'm just going to ask, okay? And then the childcare downstairs was like, no, we're full already. You got to do it before. They were like, there's no way we can do it before. Yeah, so the nearest one, which is just right at our block downstairs, was full. So a lot of mothers, the moment they are ready, the pregnancy is confirmed, they start putting down the names. So there's childcare options. For us, I think we are very blessed because my work is still rather flexible and my boss is very good. Yeah.
Okay, supportive.
Yes. Yeah, I have a very good boss. I think he's listening now. So he gave me a lot of space. So I took my 4 months and then afterwards I think I still take a little bit more time because I want to spend more time with Jonas.
Right. So after that, did you go back to work or you working part-time?
Yes. I went back to work. So because I had a childcare option, my mother was around because we were staying nearby.
Okay.
Something around there. Yeah. So we were blessed with helps.
I think the support from families are also very, very important. I'm sure it's going to be a lot of, make the mother have a peace of mind.
Yes. So for for couples who don't have external supports like this, right? I will always try to offer my help and tell them, anything, okay? If you need the baby to be with me, just put it to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Childcare.
Just a few weeks ago, my cousin just put her daughter with me. Oh, so
really?
nice. Yeah. Anyway, okay, because I've been through that. Okay, and I know that when it's just the two of you, and because that time we are staying quite far from my parents, so there are times where it's just me and my son, and sometimes my husband work late, and it's just solo parenting. So it's not easy.
Yeah.
And imagine if you fall sick.
Yes.
That kind of thing. Yeah. So yeah.
Well, that's really nice of you to provide help for couple who are in need.
I'm available.
Okay, that's one thing. I know you love kids, so
yes.
Yeah, I think without the love, I think it's not easy to look after baby.
Yes,
because
it's really not easy.
You need a lot of
really
patience.
You're right. And that is something I didn't know I have until I have a kid. Yeah, before that, right, you can ask my colleagues, my ex-colleagues, when I'm working, right, I'm very impatient.
Oh.
I'm a very impatient woman. Yeah, and then after I have children, it's
Hazel,
change. They were like,
all the motherly traits comes out.
You really need to be very patient with them, really. And that's for my parenting section.
That's very good. I think your kids are very blessed to have you.
There are challenges as well. There are ups and downs.
Yeah, I'll wait for your next sharing. Okay.
Stay
also,
tuned.
Yeah, and also, one more thing I want to ask you before we end the session today, because I think when after the second trimester, when mother and baby's condition are quite stable, right? I mean, that's where you also need to look after yourself. I mean, do you have any tips to the pregnancy mother, like how they look after themselves, for example, exercise or nutrient or any other tips?
Yes. So, okay, when you're in your second trimester, that's where you are most comfortable with your pregnancy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is where you should go for antenatal classes, because they'll share with you so many things about pregnancies. And other than that, right, go for yoga. Go for baby moons.
Oh, baby moon,
yeah. Go for lots of baby moons if it's your first child.
Yeah, especially when your tummy is not that big.
Yes,
heavy.
That's the best time, really. So I went for 2 baby moons.
Oh, nice.
And then afterward, now I don't get any holiday. No day off.
Yeah. So enjoy first.
Go, yes, just go.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, thanks Hazel for your sharing. Indeed, your experience during your first pregnancy is really challenging, and I see it's also a journey of faith, and also with God's grace. And I see, the faith that in you and your husband, and also the total surrender when you have to make a decision. So thankfully, God has answered your prayer, and also Jonas is such a healthy and adorable and clever boy. He's really a miracle. I can't imagine if you made the wrong decision at that time. Yeah, so really praise the God. Yeah, okay. After, I'm sure as a first-time mother, right, when you know that your baby is coming, and you'll be very excited to preparing for the arrival of your baby. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of shopping to go, and also to prepare yourself physically, emotionally, and also spiritually ready when the baby arrives. So I'm sure you have a lot to share on that topic. So I'm going to leave this sharing for our next session, next Saturday. So don't walk away, and then stay tuned for our next Saturday sharing. Yeah, okay, see you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.